But first, Nordstrom has been synonymous around here for luxury goods, incredible customer service for generations. But could that all be changing?
Yeah, the company told Wall Street late yesterday that it had an epic holiday shopping season at its discount Nordstrom Rack stores and on its website and on its apps.
But the full service in mall stores, profits just weren't good. And that's been the case now for nearly 2 straight years.
Yeah, that's right. Which means Nordstrom clearly, well, they do have a future. But is the future online and in discount shopping instead of in the glamorous downtown flagship stores?
It feels like things are changing. And this story, as you might imagine, matters to anyone who shops, Nordstrom customers or otherwise. So we have Garnick. She's here with the Puget Sound Business Journal. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
This is an iconic story for so many of us because anybody who's lived here, this is something that's very important. The earnings report came out. That was for Wall Street. So help us kind of break it down for our viewers.
Yeah, so kind of like you guys said, they had record earnings for the year. They brought in $14.5 billion in sales. But one of the things that I was watching, you hit on it a little bit already, was the Nordstrom full line stores compared to online. And so when we say full line, obviously we're talking the traditional stores, not the rack stores. And so sales there have been dropping now 6 quarters in a row, and it dropped 6.8% last quarter, came out, compared to Nordstrom.com, for example, that went up 8%. So it's something that we've been watching, and it's a balancing act. They're trying to figure out online and stores, how are we fixing this?
JCPenney today announcing they're cutting maybe up to 140 stores. We know that Sears, Kmart,
Macy's.
Right, all the big department stores are just kind of either contracting or disappearing. Could we lose Nordstrom?
So, it's really, Nordstrom stores, they're going to stick around. But what they're doing, and, it's like I said, it's this balancing act. They have to figure out where the in-store and online can meet. And they've been doing a lot lately to try to, over the last couple years, mobile apps, website advancements, that kind of thing, to really try to get customers in the door, because that's what they need. So it's this kind of like in June, they launched the reserve online and pick up and try on in the store. So you use the online and the mobile features, but you still get into the store, and they're trying to figure out, more ways that they can do things like that.
I understand that that's what the companies think is the need, is to kind of try to merge the two. But we have to be honest, Amazon has really started to give Nordstrom a run for their money. That's now one of their biggest competitors. So down the line, if we're talking 5-10 years from now, are we looking at a space where maybe everything is done online, or do you think we're never heading in that direction?
If you look at all the different reports and that kinds of things, and even Amazon, they're so online, but they are now building grocery stores. They're now building bookstores. So I don't think there's ever going to be a time when they completely go away. It really is just how much is going to be online and how many actual stores are going to be.
We are cheerleaders for hometown teams and local teams. We want Nordstrom to survive and thrive, and the profits were decent. Do you think that they're the ones who are going to lead us, or lead the department store industry maybe into a new space?
So they've been kind of leading the charge now for a while. They were getting online pretty fast, and over the last few years, and now they've got online. In 2010, it was 8% of business. Now it's up to a quarter of the business. The trick for them was, the expenses. It's expensive. They're building out technology infrastructure. They're building out fulfillment centers, and they kind of hinted on the call yesterday that they're kind of figuring it out. The expense piece it's kind of reining it back a little bit, and they're going to be able to get things to be more profitable.
Great insight, as always. Garnick with Puget Sound Business Journal. Thank you.
Thank you.
And you can always check out her coverage. They're our news partner, Puget Sound Business Journal. They're in print or online. All sorts of great stuff. Read about their Nordstrom coverage. It's really extensive. We appreciate you being here this morning.